Alright, stage 4 of Club Day event featuring Bugatti Divo. Here we go. Stage 4, Bugatti, 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 and Bugatti at Bugatti. Right. Risk up coming close to the English language 8 Buffalo sentence. We've got 5 Bugattis on track at the Bugatti circuit today. We'll be staging a friendly race around the circuit, and I'm pleased to say that Eric understands the arrangement. And a good afternoon to you too, Natalia. Ready for the friendly race, champ? Oh yeah, always, right? While everyone is taking it easy for this warm-up lap, I think you can stretch Divo's legs a bit more, overtake 5 times, and then return back to the P5 by the end of the lap. All right, skipping costs up to 50 gold now. And once again, 4 goals to complete for this stage 4. All right, still carrying on the PR requirement of 86.6 from the last goal that we had at the Nürburgring, right? So overtake and fall back seems simple enough. So cars in the grid. So that means I have to overtake one car twice, doesn't it? Got some Chiron's. GSV, right? Ground Sport Vitesse. So one of you guys, I need to do one of these overtake and let go and then overtake again. Like this. And then I'll let all of you guys pass. Ooh. Careful. All right, there we go. I wonder if you could have done just one car overtaking one car 5 times. Not that it was all that difficult to begin with, but I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I think this is a relatively easy goal anyway, so oh, yeah, I cannot overtake. I cannot finish anywhere better than P5, so I'll just hang back. Fair enough. It's unintentional bot training going on here, you know? But yeah, it's a single lap, but with the out lap, it's, you know, more like 1.5 lap at least, if not a little bit more. I think it's a little bit longer than that from where we started. So it's more like, yeah, closer to 2 lap, right? So as I was saying in previous video, the races begin to kind of stretch a bit longer, and the event starts to go a little bit slower, which is where it begins to test your, I guess, level of concentration. So, but 2 minutes 16 seconds, not too bad, right? But the fact that you kind of have to constantly stay at certain speed or behind certain opponents, yeah, that could be a little bit of a challenge in terms of, you know, maintaining the level of focus to remember the goal, you know. More offers coming through. Anyway, let's continue on to goal 2. It was proven that Bugatti has come a long way since the EB110. Let's show that progress by reaching a speed of 152 miles per hour, 244.62 kph and finish in third place. So top speed challenge. All right. So this one's a single lapper. Well, last one was a single lapper too. All right, so 244, 6 to 10 times. No off track. Finish in third place. Boy, that's a lot to remember, isn't it? At least for me. So, all right, we only need to overtake one car. That's what it means, right? Or two cars, my bad. And once, twice. Yeah, it did say no off track, didn't it? Okay, no need to overdo it perhaps. But yeah, 10 times, that means we'll have to kind of do that speed up, slow down multiple pulses here. Alright, we got one in right away, so that is doable. And don't try to do it there. P3. Alright, we got a couple in over there. And this is all out laps, so alright, we got 6 in now. And they only ask for us to finish P3, right? Alright, so that's 7 instances. I wonder if they would mind if I finish P1. Let's find out what the goal says one more time. It says finish in third place, so it's not at least third place, so I think I have third. Otherwise, this goal would be actually simpler. So we got 10 instances of hitting the top speed requirement. I don't even remember what number it was. It was like mid 200s somewhere, right? 240 something, including the decimal points. So once again, yeah, another goal that does kind of tests my concentration level, as I cannot just run through and win. There's all these conditions to meet. And once again, we got everything else, all the other conditions met. So once again, this is closer to 2-lap race as well, you know what I mean? So the races start to get a bit lengthier. All right, I wouldn't be terribly concerned about it, other than just my desire to wanting to take advantage of that 3-hour instant service. So I think I'll get through majority of the event while the offer is still going. If I know I can complete this within 3 hours if I sit down and just play it right through, but life, you got other things that you need to take care of. So anyway, that is good enough for another goal completion. So let's keep pressing on forward. All right, so 2 goals down. On to goal 3 of stage 4 here. You're looking great out there. Brakes are looking a little worse for wear. Really, it's always been kind of soft, in my opinion. Don't worry about position, just try to set the fastest lap. In other words, what that translates to is going to be another multiple lap challenge. This one, 2 laps, all right. So fastest lap without going off track while managing brake wear. All right, my expectation is always staying in the front of the grid does make just about all your challenges simpler because you don't have to worry about traffic up ahead. That's going to kind of dictate your line. We are starting in P5, but we'll be able to get ahead of these guys fairly early. And what with the brakes challenge, I think when you let up on the brakes, it does regenerate. Depends. I think if I remember correctly, disco it does regenerate. I don't think it just goes down and down and down. So yeah, it does regenerate when you let up. So once again, we started at the rear end, which means as long as you come first, you know, that would, by definition, you would be setting the fastest lap. So yes, so touching on that sort of what I would consider the weakness of this car, the brakes, the soft brakes, kind of pushing it to the next level to really have you manage it, which just means anytime when you got the fuel management, brakes management, engine temperature management, it's variations on a theme of, you know, basically coast a bit more than you might otherwise. All right, so we already have a nice 4-second lead from that first lap. But at this one, we didn't have a really terribly long out lap. I mean, pretty much started right away at the beginning of the circuit. So, or beginning of the full lap. So my guess is we should be fine in terms of the fastest lap here. So coast a bit more heading into these corners to minimize how much we rely on brakes to slow us down. And this next bit is usually a pretty fast corner. This is a fun corner right here, you know, especially when you get it right. But if you don't, I probably should have stepped on the brake a little bit. Fine. Give it another go. But just to check, we are starting at the beginning of a normal lap. So first lap's lap time should be, you know, relatively important, unlike the one that we did at the Nürburgring, where first lap time really didn't mean, you know, not much because it counted that full long-winded out lap as part of that first lap. So easy to beat that lap time even for most of the bots that was in that race. But this one, no such things to worry about. So I'll brake this time, manage the speed a bit more. And once again, finishing in P1 by default, in my case, sets me up with a nice fastest lap time heading in. 3 seconds ahead. All right, so yeah, I don't think that's still, once again, enough to warrant me pushing any harder. I don't think the other bots will overcome 3-second deficit in their lap time. So just stay away from those silly mistakes like the one that I made in the last attempt. And we should be homebound free. decent amount of brakes life still on there. Dipping into 70 percentile. But, I mean, we are at the end of this stint, so make sure we stay on track through that final bit, and there we go. Just like that. All right. Just under 2 minutes 30 seconds. And once again, pretty dismal fame payout. My goodness. Oh well. Just go to the Formula One Invitational. That's where you will rack up all your fame points, I think. Minute 14, I guess, was my best lap. Minute 14:009. Fine. Still have the instant service, so let's take advantage of that offer and press on forward. All right, and that takes us to the very final goal of the stage 4. Good. Time to cement the Divo as the best Bugatti out there today by winning with an average speed. All right. It's gonna be an average speed challenge. Target speed 201 kph. All right, and another long race, 3 laps. I mean, normally 3 laps at Bugatti circuit wouldn't be terribly long, but as I was saying earlier, with the timer on that special offer, I'd like to get this done prior to that running out. You know what I mean? And once again, no off track. So yeah, general, I guess, tip for this event is making sure that you don't overdo it. You know, just take it easy. The car's got enough power to pull you ahead of the competition here. So, you know, it's not like we're racing against fast TSM. So an average amount of effort should be enough to win you the car. As I said before, the main challenge for this event is the cost of upgrading the car, you know. All right, let's clear the traffic. Ooh, that was close. Too close for comfort. A little bit of side swiping is fine. Does not count against you. Well, they didn't really say anything about no damage, so just make sure you stay on track then. It's a little bit wider turn than I was hoping to make. Once again, as I was saying, not braking early enough would cause that. All right, what was the target speed again? They needed something in 200 something, right? Yeah, that speed, just over 200 looks like. So definitely doable, considering that we had a standing start. The challenge is to keep those wheels on tarmac once again. So don't need to overdo it. All right, 201. Have to remember that. And this time, let's take a different lane for overtaking. Maybe I'll go on the inside. And cut across. There we go. I think that I prefer that line, but either one works perfectly fine. As long as you can keep those wheels on tarmac. And this time, a little bit earlier braking. I feel like that was too early, but apparently not enough. Or I let up on the brakes, and that's what apparently I should not have. Making that adjustments. this deep into the series already. I should know by now, right? You think? Alright, so let's brake early, let's brake often. Car's got enough to hit that target speed, average speed up 201 without too much struggle, I don't think. Lap 2 should be much faster. In terms of the average speed, I should be able to build up enough buffer. Yeah, 205 almost. Right, and then we're staying above 200 constantly through this section, so that one I probably could have carried a little bit more speed. Yeah, I think we are in the clear, so don't worry too much about where you are with the average speed throughout the lap 1. You will get there, and then some. So the key, once again, is having the patience to not overdo it. You know what I mean? And there we go. We're starting with the higher baseline average speed for this final lap. So theoretically speaking, this lap should be even easier than the last two. Theoretically speaking. But sliding off track is always within the realm of possibility. So let's make sure that with that in mind, we stay focused through the end. And a little bit of coasting while steering to avoid any kind of sliding off track and losing control, which would be really disappointing once we made this far into this goal, you know what I mean? And we got enough buffer on the speed, so there we go. With a couple of extra kph to spare. All right. Just under 334, 337 and 992. And yeah, the fame point payout. Don't expect much from this event. All right, fastest lap, minute 10 and change. And that warrants yet another servicing. So let's do that. All right. That is the end of yet another stage, stage 4. And for that effort, we will be picking up 70,000 racing dollars and 20 gold. All right. I like the sound of that better than the last ones. Wow, you really pedaled that Divo. Those brakes look exhausted. Well, that was some impressive driving out there. I shouldn't expect anything less, but the Divo is on a whole new level of speed, if you say so. Speaking of which, we've got one final date at Italy's Temple of Speed. Yes, we do head to the Monza for the final stage. So, and there will be more than just Bugattis at this club day. Right. You know what we had in last edition of Club Day event, right? We'll see that again. Venom F5 competing against Bugatti that we're racing here. But anyway, that will be in the next video, the final stage, stage 5. So stay tuned and we'll catch you guys in the next video.